Yo, Eagles Nation, stand up. Yo, how'd Barkley put it? Looking like another grease pole night in Philly. Facts.
Jalen Hurts is dead. Jalen Hurts is dead.
It is the ultimate victory Monday, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Episode 129 of the Grease Pole Podcast. Appreciate you taking part. New episodes drop in your lap, much like Jalen Hurts' dick did yesterday on Apple Podcasts and Spotify each and every Monday or wherever it is that you podcast. You can also subscribe to the YouTube page, Grease Pole Podcast, where you'll simulcast there as well if you want to see our lovely faces. Speaking of lovely faces and lovely everything else as well, our guys in studio today.
What up, boys?
Yes.
How we doing?
I know, right? Wow, boys? That's cool.
Well, boys is a gender-neutral term.
Boys.
Just like
is
dude.
it really?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, depending on who
Gender
you're talking
fluid?
to. Yeah.
How-
I feel like
yeah, I
think
guys
so.
would be more of the gender neutral, wouldn't it?
No, because I'm talking hockey. So
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
more
okay.
we're talking
enough.
hockey
I'll
is
give you
boys.
pass.
All right, boys,
Boys.
let's go.
Come on, boys.
Here we go, boys.
No,
I don't like this. I don't like how I'm teamed
It's
up.
for
here.
everybody. Because hockey's for everybody.
hockey is for everyone.
Hockey
And
is
also,
for everyone.
Eagles wins are for everybody.
I know,
They
right?
are for everybody.
Hey, curious.
And
So did that say Jalen Hurts' dick?
Jalen
Yes.
Hurts' dick.
So was he
repeatedly.
hanging out behind this curtain then?
So,
Is that what was going on? Okay. Okay.
Jalen Hurts is dead.
Oh, nice. Okay. And what's the premise of that?
So they were
Because they rammed into the 49ers so hard?
yeah, dude, and Sirianni flopped it on the table too, because of course
Yeah,
he did.
Of course he did.
Oh, he
Shout
was
out
so
to
hot.
Barstool Philly, is where that clip was taken from. It was
That's
just
wild.
hammered people. Like they were talking to this girl, and she was basically like, woman. She was basically like, I feel like we're not.
Yeah, we're not talking about Jalen Hurts' dick enough.
It doesn't get enough
We
attention.
need to talk about more of Jalen Hurts' dick.
Yeah, as much as he squats, you know he's probably got a big cock, is what she was saying.
Naturally.
And then outbreaks of Jalen Hurts' dick chant.
I love
Which-
in the middle where the
Oh, look at
even
Joe's repping the fact that you didn't bring your food.
Yeah,
the even more drunk girl.
Core, there's one of us that has an Eagles jersey.
I know, and it's
the
not
one,
the Eagles fan. In
not
the
even
room.
the Eagles fan in the room.
The
but
Eagles fan in the room does have an Eagles tee on underneath.
it's true, you
though.
do. You do.
So,
But
yeah.
obviously, I had
Sure
to
you do.
obviously I had to give you shit,
as you should. Yeah, no, you
as you should,
upstaged
on
me.
your podcast.
right. Well,
Like,
our podcast, man.
Okay.
it's a community.
true.
As many times as he calls you in, man, at this point you might as well be an honorary member.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm an honorary poll for sure.
Jalen Hurts' pole.
Yes.
There you go.
So what are we thinking on that, guys? Like, do you
On
think
his
he's
dick?
Do you think he's well endowed?
He's
Or
definitely
do you thi-
well endowed.
I feel like he's got big dick energy.
I've never
That's all
seen
I'm
the
thinking.
man, so I don't know.
What?
He's
Never seen him.
Oh my god,
I haven't watched.
right there.
I haven't watched any football this year.
he's the one in the middle.
yeah, he's doing well.
He's
for
very
himself,
humble.
I'm pretty
I like
sure.
him.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Even if he does't, confidence is key. You know what I mean?
It definitely is.
Confidence is always key, no matter what you're talking about. So even if it's a little ween, but if you get the confidence, you know, he's still going to town. You know what I mean?
I think everybody on the team is probably doing pretty well for themselves. I think it's just a whole squad of dudes, except for maybe like a random defensive lineman. Like, I don't know. Or maybe Landon Dickerson's not hung super well.
Because Dick is in his name?
Because Dick's in his
Well, and
name,
he
right?
no, but he wears 69, so
Oh,
he's got to
gotta be-
have
yeah.
he's got an elephant trunk under there.
Uh,
I shouldn't live speculate over who has a tiny penis. I don't know, but I feel
Have
like
you been in the locker room recently? or-
no, I haven't.
Oh, okay,
I haven't.
okay.
But I feel like it's a safe bet.
Ask your
that-
guy. Ask your guy. Ask your boy.
Yeah,
Sirianni.
Well, we know how Sirianni's packing.
Well, he's
Sirianni's packing that heat.
Yeah.
He's got all those wives.
All those wives,
so-
he's got to keep him happy.
He's got to have a cock for every day of the week. He
Yeah.
just,
As a matter
It's
of fact, he told
interchangeable.
me not to come back to the island because I took all of his other wives.
there
So
it is.
he's like, "Listen, man, I appreciate you, but I can't have you coming back to my island right now. I'm like, that's cool, man. I get it.
It's a good thing you took all of his wives, though, because once you took all of his wives, now look where we are.
Exactly.
Now he got
Super Bowl.
focused.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
You're
welcome.
man. I'm tired of these women distracting our guy. Now he's locked in, and the women are just distracting our other guy over here in the Vegas sweater. If you're not watching us on YouTube, by the way, go to the Gear Freaks podcast. We're all wearing hockey sweaters today.
Yes.
We finally got our hockey sweaters that we've all been complaining took a decade to arrive.
Yeah.
And now they're here right at the
Yes.
All-Star break, even though they got ordered before Thanksgiving.
It's fine.
But
It's
yeah.
fine.
It's
It's fine.
such a weird. You
It's
just
good.
keep complimenting and then just taking it away.
Well, I feel like everybody's pleased though now that they're here.
Now that they're here, yeah.
Yeah.
They all look
No,
very good.
yeah, now that they're here for sure.
Yeah, we're all happy here. So yeah, Birds and Chiefs, and it's funny because San Francisco, you come in and you have the number one defense, and you get worked. You get that work, and early on, Brock Purdy, the quarterback, goes out with an elbow injury, and immediately you go, okay, here come the fucking excuses,
Yeah.
right? And
But
Devontae
you
Smith, no, you can't. And there's a Devontae Smith catch on the first drive on a third or fourth down that set up the first touchdown Miles Sanders scored. That actually wasn't really a catch, and it's Kyle Shanahan's fault because you have the red hankies in your pocket. You can throw the challenge flag out there, motherfucker. It's on you because you didn't. And
Not just that, but even if they had challenged it, it would have only delayed the game, but because they finished the game with like 5 minutes to spare. If anything, it would have just put you at like 3 minutes to finish because it was just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, and it's like if you take that touchdown off the board, okay, we win 24-7. Fuck off. Like you're still getting beat by 3 scores. You know, yeah, it sucks your quarterback gets hurt, and that's a
And
bummer
your
and all.
fourth string got hurt.
Yeah, but you know what happened to our guy?
Well,
He
yeah.
got hurt and missed time too. So I don't want to hear it.
Were they
And
talking about putting a random? What was the guy? That
Christian
Number 44?
McCaffrey, they were like
Oh.
Christian McCaffrey was the emergency quarterback, and
Oh.
it's like
Isn't he a wide receiver or a
he's a
tight end?
running back, and it's
Running
like,
back, okay.
yeah, let's see that. Fuck it, let's see it.
I mean, they
You
might
know?
as well
Hey,
have.
He was
I
the
mean-
only one doing anything.
I mean, you
So-
know, that's just part of sports, man.
Dude, exactly.
Things happen.
It's like nobody.
happen.
It sucks. It happened in that spot, but it happened to the Bears years ago, where Jay Cutler gets hurt and fucking Caleb Haney comes in. You know, how long has it been since you heard that name? Like, who cares? It's not. You were down to your 4th quarterback,
Yeah.
and he goes down. What do you expect, man? You know?
Also, you can trot out that excuse all you want, but every time I flip back to the game, the Birds had the ball
Yep.
Well,
and they
yeah.
were eating it up.
There was definitely a stretch though after the injury and into the second quarter where it was like the offense fell flat and the defense was carrying the fucking team, and you're like, here we go, we're gonna lose to fucking journeyman 15-year backup Josh Johnson.
Oh, it's that Josh
Because-
Johnson.
yes, it's that guy that's been around since like 08, and you're like, oh, he's still fucking here. The guy that played in the XFL.
Yeah.
You know, one of the other previous times that fucking died. So, and then you have Trent Williams who yanks Kayvon Wallace down because dudes have been talking shit. I don't know if you saw that,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
but it's just like it's Sanford. They've been jawing back and forth all game. AJ Brown and Jimmy Ward before the game even started, and it's like, okay, so you're losing, you're getting your ass kicked. I get you're pissed off, but you're a fucking 6'6", 6'7", 340-pound human being, and you're gonna pull a safety down by his horse collar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're real tough, dude.
Not
You
just
know what I
that,
mean?
but then they got mad that he came up and like basically started swinging. Like I would get mad too if I was wrenched by my neck.
Right.
Like,
Like they both got ejected, which is like whatever, but that's what it resorts to. And then you have a Shanahan temper tantrum on the sideline, you know, and it's
Dude,
like,
The Niners went full tilt. Like
yes.
every time I turned around, they were getting penalized, and
Uh-huh.
it was just like, you can't play like that and expect to win. Like, especially if your guy went down.
Yeah.
So
And
stop with the excuses.
I feel like
Yes.
I should have watched this game. It sounds like a great game.
they got
In the sense, a great game in the sense of like, the better team obviously won,
for sure.
number one, but then the Niners seemingly maybe what I infer is that the Niners were trying to do things to get under the Eagles' skin, but it wasn't working. They're like,
No.
okay, nice try. We're just going to beat you anyway.
It's a lot
and
like
then it got under their skin that they weren't getting under ours.
Right.
It was a lot like when we were watching Boston, Carolina.
Yeah,
last night.
I was gonna bring that up too.
Very similar feel. Like Boston trying to get under the Canes' skin, and Canes are like, nah,
Like, that's cool.
off.
We're gonna beat you anyway.
Yeah, and it started all week when like Deebo Samuel's coming out going, yeah, it's going to be loud here, but our fans are louder. Like, dude, you play for San Francisco on the West Coast.
They literally just issued like a bet. Like, oh, okay, let's just now Philly's just gonna go reckless. Like,
yes, and then somebody.
Oh, it was the Niners' fault that Philly got destroyed.
Like the Birds just stayed quiet all week, which is what I love about this fucking team. They're like, all right, got you. And somebody for the Chiefs needs to go put a Mahomes jersey on the Rocky statue, because every time somebody does that, it backfires. The moment I saw somebody drape some Niners shit on Rocky, it's just like, okay, motherfucker. And then it happens every time. It happened in Minnesota. It happened to the Giants 2 weeks ago. Like, it is what it is. And you know, when you have, I'm gonna just say this: there was a lot of Eagles that got snubbed for like awards and shit. Hurts is an MVP finalist, but you know, Sirianni, our guy, somehow got snubbed and wasn't a Coach of the Year finalist.
what?
Yeah, and he
That's
completely
crazy.
outworked and outcoached one of the guys that is in Kyle Shanahan.
Wow.
Nick Bosa is probably going to win Defensive Player of the Year as a Defensive Player of the Year finalist, where Hassan Reddick wasn't and should have been, because he only had 2 sacks less than him. And guess who had 2 sacks and a 4th fumble yesterday? Hassan Reddick. Nick Bosa didn't do shit. So it's just funny how
That's also another guy who got hurt.
he did, and he got dinged up, and it's that's the point. Like, you can scheme away from one guy, you can't scheme away from 4 that have double-digit sacks. That shit's going to be breathing down your throat all fucking day. It doesn't matter if it's Brock Purdy or Josh Johnson. It doesn't matter. So you got your ass whooped. It is what it is. Shut the fuck up and go back home, eat some rice-a-roni, and suck a dick.
Also, the Niners have been good for a while. Like, Niners Ravens at this point was a good while ago, but like I feel like
we
the
literally
Niners
just talked about that. How they acted at the Super Bowl with the Ravens. They did the same shit. They're like, oh, the lights went out. Oh, this is why we lost. This is why we lost. Like, dude, just take your fucking loss.
Right.
Like,
you're also a dynasty franchise. Like, there's been very few poor San Francisco 49ers years.
Right. They're not down very often.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
long.
Well, I was just gonna make a comparison to this. Is just like, okay, so you are professional athletes, number one.
Yep.
You're getting paid a shit ton of money, number 2. And you're supposed to be role models, essentially.
Yeah.
And
Charles Barkley disagrees.
really, we'll have to touch back on that.
Yeah.
My point of this is like, you're acting like children, is what I'm it's like.
Yeah.
So when you're saying, "Oh, we didn't win because of this," or the refs call, or whatever, you're just acting like a child.
Right.
And I'm going to tie this to LeBron James being the biggest crybaby ever.
Oh my God. I know,
about the
dude.
other night because, oh, you missed a foul, and they're like going to the photographer and like whoever it was, 21 on the Lakers. He brought a camera. I don't know if you guys saw this, whatever. Brought a camera to the refs, like, see the foul? See the foul? And it's like, dude.
Yeah.
And LeBron like had a meltdown. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And it's wild to me. It's like, okay, you're a little bitch.
Right.
You are a bitch. Because if you were a true leader and you were truly the greatest of all time, you would suck it up and then you'd lead your team to victory in overtime.
Right.
So tying this to the 49ers here, like, yeah, you got a bunch of injuries. Injuries happen in a physical game like football.
They do.
So somebody needs to step up and lead your team to victory. Or you lost and you
got
accept
worked.
it. Guess what?
Right.
Wasn't our game.
Exactly, dude. And it's funny because on the back end of this, and it's just somebody always has something to say. It doesn't matter what the team is, because now it's, well, the Eagles had an easy path, right? It's, you only played the Giants.
Second squad.
Yeah, you beat the Niners, who were down to the 3rd string quarterback.
They didn't make their schedule.
Dude, exactly. It's like, no, we beat the fuck out of everybody that was in front of us. You know what I mean? And now Sirianni, who, look, he's doing a Peterson, man. 2nd year with the squad, Peterson. And who knows? I don't know if the outcome's going to be the same, knock on wood, but you can say what you want about the Flowers, and everybody mocked them and shit, but they've only lost, I think, 3 games since the Flower speech. It might be 4. But, I mean, My man is fertilizing his fucking ass off,
Yeah,
dude.
man.
You know, and
He's spreading that seed, baby.
Yes,
Spreading that Sirianni seed.
The
Damn
team
right.
plays for him, and you
They
can
love him.
you can see it, like, even with the assistant coaches when players come off the field, and like you can see the camaraderie. Like
dude.
You know, the old we're a family trope gets trotted out a lot, but like there's few times when you can see that is a for real thing.
There's
Exactly.
One thing I want to point out too, when they were all getting in the fight on the field, when he was talking about when he wrenched the dude, just Hurts is just standing in the back with a cape on, just watching as they're all just fighting in chaos,
Just observing, just like a fucking guardian.
He literally looked like Batman. Like he was just standing there like this.
Well, because it's like
Smart.
I guarantee you, if he took a step toward it, our guy would have been like, Jalen, you better get your fucking ass back here.
Yeah.
We need you. We can't put the porn star from the 80s in again. That's not going to work against the fucking Chiefs or Bengals or whoever it is. But, and it's not just the players. The city loves him too. Afterwards, when they were passing the mic around, when Terry Bradshaw wouldn't let anybody talk, the fucking pop that Sirianni got.
Good.
He got a Road Warrior pop, dude.
Good.
It was fucking great. They
'Cause
love this motherfucker.
I'd like to point out here at the Grease Pole podcast, we
Yes.
have been on board since day one.
Day one Sirianni people here. And like people love Peterson too, but there's something
let's watch
about
the videotape.
Yeah. There's something about him, dude. They love him. And he's a goof, he's a goober, and he's a fucking frat boy, but I mean, he's smart, man. He just outcoached the guy that's probably going to win Coach of the Year and somehow wasn't a finalist himself. He's fucking great. You know what I mean? And not the downside. I wanted the Bengals. Bengals, and the more that game went on yesterday, I found myself actively rooting for Cincinnati. And it's ultimately doesn't matter, but I just thought Hurts and Burrow would be awesome. I thought it would be a fun matchup. And honestly, I'm tired of seeing Pat Mahomes. I'm tired of his fucking dramatic ass gimping around on his fucking ankle. You're not the only person ever to have an ankle injury, motherfucker. You know, and Tony Romo and all them, oh, what a warrior. Fuck off, dude. Seriously, people have played with injuries before. Stop blowing Mahomes because he's the golden boy. I wanted the Bengals, dude, because I thought it would have been fun. Those two
Which
teams,
is
Hurts,
interesting.
Burrow.
Which is interesting because Kansas City has the most Eagles affiliation between the two of them.
And it's
got Andy Reid and it's got Travis Kelce.
Yep, Jason's brother. So it's like, I mean, there's plenty of storylines, and it's either way, it's like we're there. I'm not complaining, but I kind of was rooting for that as it was going along. And they got kind of fucked too. They got I still can't wrap my head around, like, they got like a free play at one point. The Chiefs did. It was weird, dude. I've never seen anything like it in 35 years. And then Joseph Asai shoves Mahomes out of bounds, and it was a penalty. So at the end of the game, Harrison Butker's game-winning field goal is 15 yards closer, which makes it way fucking easier. And that dude, I don't give a fuck, man. Like, if you have any sort of empathy, you felt for that dude, because he sat on the bench for it felt like 5 hours.
Yeah, like they had so many people trying to get him to get up, and he just was like distraught. Like he knew he was the one that lost the game.
I fucked this up, and it's like it's I was texting Frank a lot last night and then this morning, and he was just like, just go get him, dude. You know what I mean? Like, and I've been there before, dude. Like, there's nothing worse than like a crushing loss of like, we were right there. And they'll, like I told him, they'll be back.
Unfortunately, Joe
They'll
doesn't
be
know
back.
that feeling as a Lions fan.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah. There's never been an opportunity to get real close and then have it
they're
all
getting better though.
taken
slowly.
away.
The Lions are, man. The
They're
Lions
like
are pesky.
They're
on the cusp.
Yeah, they're pesky.
They almost
I
did
mean,
make
you
the
know.
playoffs.
I mean, yeah, with that extra game this year.
Yeah, I know. So
So
stupid.
maybe if we got 2 or 3 extra games next year,
But Stone Cold
maybe.
Steve Austin's your head coach.
is what? Who?
He looks like
Oh, does
something
he?
to me.
He's
No.
he's
Yeah, I don't
so
pay-
like
I don't pay
muscular
much
and just
attention.
ridiculousness. Of,
Yeah,
he's funny. I like him.
He's a human muscle. He likes to eat kneecaps too, apparently.
Oh,
He used to
well,
play tight end in the
okay.
league.
All
So
right.
he's an adult.
I'll say this though, like, before getting back to the Super Bowl, with Minnesota looking like a fraud,
Oh my God, dude.
it could be open for Detroit if they make a couple moves, because it looks like they're playing with heart as opposed to
If they
Yeah.
trade for Aaron Rodgers, then
Well, Green Bay they won't even trade him in the NFC. They want to send his ass to the AFC. The Jets are the hot team. that's getting floated out there, which would be funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Because it's like, hey, where'd Favre go right after he left Green Bay?
Yeah.
You
Wait,
know?
Isn't Flacco on the Jets?
Flacco. Still, I don't know if they're going to bring him back or not, but it's like
Oh my
they
God.
just brought in that dude that likes MILFs from BYU, and he's not it.
Dan Smith?
He's not. Dan Smith, BYU.
Is it Dan Smith?
He basically has the same name, Zach Wilson.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Very
that guy.
Caucasian name.
Number 2.
Yes,
Wilson.
number 2. So yeah, it could be wide open for Detroit, man. Because I mean, Chicago's got the first overall pick, but they're probably going to trade it. They got it. I mean, they're a mess. But it's Minnesota and Detroit's division, especially once they get rid of Rodgers in Green Bay, which is going to happen. But Eagles Chiefs is going to be fun, man. It's both the 1 seed, so it's chalky. You know what I mean? It's UNC Kansas or whatever in March Madness.
Sometimes you need chalk though, as a reminder of what the fuck is the purpose of getting the 1 seed.
Yeah, it's weird because the Eagles have been the best team in the NFC all goddamn year. The Niners were the hottest coming in this game, but the Eagles have been the best team in the NFC all year. I don't think that Kansas City's been the best team in the AFC all year. I think they eked by them last night. And, you know, even Buffalo had a little bit of fraud to them, and that's why they got exposed ultimately. And they were dealing with a lot of shit, too. I mean, a human being almost died.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's kind of a big deal. But, yeah, man, it's going to be cool to the narrative's going to be Andy Reid and Kelsey, and that's going to get beaten to death. But there's a lot of other shit, too. And, look, we got 2 weeks. We're going to get into all this stuff. We're not going to do it all right here. But, you know, I love this, and I after Super Bowl 52, it hasn't hit me yet, and I'll be curious if you're an Eagles fan, comment how it is this time going around as opposed to last time. I'm very much, and I think I said this earlier in the year on the pod, my approach is just enjoy the ride a little bit more this time because it was all a blur last time, and it's like you don't get these years all the time. You don't. So.
Well, I can put some perspective on that.
Do it,
because
please.
I got this Ertz jersey because the person I was dating, she's an Eagles fan, so I was there for the whole ride the last time. So for me, I was a bandwagon Eagles fan. I'm like, yeah, okay, Eagles fan.
Welcome aboard, man.
So this was back going into the Super Bowl.
You're still there.
And yeah, I mean, like I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm still in the bandwagon.
I mean, you know, you got your guy right
I got my guy right here.
Yeah.
But so going into the last one, I was like, oh man, it's pretty awesome they made it to the Super Bowl, but like Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Gross.
But so I could see going to this one, like, actually could very well win.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's that swing of going into it last time of like, how the hell did they get here?
Yes.
Especially, you know, Foles stepped up and whatever,
Yeah,
but you're
dude.
facing Tom Brady.
Big Dick
you know?
Nick.
So, but now going into this, like, yeah, fuck him up.
Not just that, but how
Fuck him up, Jalen. Fuck him up.
Yes.
how humble the entire team has been this whole time. Like, they've just been like, we're just focused on winning. Like, last night when they won, Jalen Hurts just looked very stoic and was like towards the end when they were on stage, obviously he was excited because they're throwing confetti in his face and shit. But like when they won, it was just like you could see it like, okay, we're not there yet. You know what I mean? It was just very, I don't know.
One more.
Yeah, and with his whole story, like this is a dude that got benched for Tua Tagovailoa at Alabama, transferred to Oklahoma. Like this dude's been through a lot of shit. He's been doubted a lot. I mean, you remember it was like the third episode of this pod.
Oh
when
my
we
God, he
drafted
would
him.
not shut up about how much he hated. You remember? I remember when I
Like,
first met you. He just kept
Always a
bitching about
Sirianni guy, not a Jalen Hurts guy.
Yeah, dude. I was like,
Oh.
this is the dumbest fucking draft pick ever. And I'm glad as fuck I was wrong.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I don't give a shit. You know, it
You kept Jalen humble even though he was already humble.
I know. And now I'm like, can we cut up this drop of a chick chanting about his dick because I love him so much? Like, that's the dude. And he deserves every fucking dime he's going to make this offseason.
You know what? He's a thermostat, not a thermometer.
That's right. That's right. And it's
sets the
nobody.
temperature.
Yeah, nobody deserves it more than him. He's a great dude, and they love that fucking guy. And they didn't love Carson. Clearly,
No.
Nobody does.
Nope.
Not even his own fucking wife.
Oh.
We're gonna create just marital problems in the Wentz household over the offseason. I feel like that's something to do.
No, I mean,
Probably not. He'd probably sue us.
I very vividly remember.
Why are you trying to make his life like
defamation
Tom
of character.
Brady?
Yeah.
I very vividly remember Hurts when he gets drafted. You're like, this is dumb. Carson's the guy.
We just paid him. Yeah.
And it's just like Carson goes out, shits the bed, whines, and gets chased out of town.
With
And-
Peterson.
Yeah, and then instead of bitching about it, Hurts just steps up to the plate,
Yep.
has an okay year the first go around, gets him into the playoffs, and then look this season.
And that's the thing. And it's everybody goes, well, of course he's going to improve and this and that. You know, we've been hearing it all off season. You know, and that shit always makes me laugh when the Hurt season shit, when that came out. Of course they're going to say he's working his ass off and he's improved. No coach, no front office is ever going to go, yeah, the guy we're telling you to believe in and sell season tickets
Yeah,
sucks.
he's been on the bench.
Right.
Been on the couch
He
eating
looks like
burgers.
shit. Yeah,
He doesn't work out.
Right. He's
You know
gained
what's
30
funny to me?
fucking
He
pounds.
stays up all night.
I
Right.
remember when this shit started though. You were like, "He's coming out here with Hurt season. He's already
Yeah.
building this shit up. I don't think he's gonna
'cause
do
I was
it."
like, this is stupid.
They
Like,
rock the hats and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
my
Yep.
whole thing was fucking prove it. Fucking prove it. And I mean, fuck, we're here 6 months later and we're in the goddamn Super Bowl.
Yep.
So rock the Hurt season hats. Get Hurt season. I might get Hurt season tattooed on my
Okay,
dick.
cool.
There you go.
Fuck it.
We know.
So when they win the Super Bowl, are you gonna get another Super Bowl tattoo?
Yeah, we've already talked about
Knock
this.
on wood. Yes, I know exactly where it's gonna go. I came home today.
Is it gonna go
and
on your
told Bree.
chest?
No.
It should go on your chest.
Well, she doesn't like it, wherever it is.
Is it gonna go on your butt?
I know where it's gonna go.
Is it gonna go on your back?
No, it's gonna
On your belly?
No, I don't have a belly that can get tattooed, man. I'm not built like you.
Put it on your chest.
My belly can't get tattooed. I do have a chest tat. I do, which I never thought I would be chest tattoo guy.
Ooh, I got it. Neck.
Right across the throat, like the Undertaker.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's not a bad call.
How about
But
this?
he
You
got
don't
his
reveal it
ex-wife.
until
Yeah.
don't reveal it until you.
Well, it
win.
wasn't his ex-wife at the time.
Right.
Became
Yeah.
her ex-wife. His ex-wife.
Sarah. Who's
Yes.
Sarah? Don't ask.
Don't worry about it.
Some bitch. Yeah, I know where I'm going to get it, though, if it happens. I've been knocking on wood incessantly for the last month and a half. So there's that. But
I'm
I
not
know
delighted
I'm
where
gonna
it's
get
going
it.
though.
I got it.
So
I
you
got
guys
it.
know.
So what number Super Bowl is this?
57.
57. So what Roman numerals are that?
LVII.
LVII.
Yeah.
Oh,
Show 'em where
this
your
is
other one
this is no, I don't know. It's on his
Oh,
forearm.
okay,
Yep.
cool.
Listen, LVII, Corey. This is perfect.
What do you
Uh-oh.
got, man?
Oh, you ready for this?
Always.
Are you ready for this? Obviously,
Don't you tease me.
it's thigh. LVII, and the trophy is your dick. It writes itself.
Yo.
It writes itself.
I mean, you got nice legs.
Would this mean I'd have to get the shaft colored silver like the Lombardi?
That's up to. I was going to say green for the team colors, but hey, do you?
A fleshy Lombardi trophy.
The things that are uttered into microphones on this program.
Yes. By the way, Jalen hurts his dick also.
Yes.
So, just a lot of dick tattoo.
Jalen hurts his dick.
Yeah.
How are you not? We're all pumping. You're not.
Oh, okay. We'll play it again. Let's all pump then.
Let's do it again one more
Let's
time.
yeah.
Jalen hurts his dick.
Yes. I love the guy at the end. It's just like, fuck it, I'll do it too. What a fun time, dude. It's it still hasn't completely sank in yet.
Even
and
though all of the people in Philly are just breaking shit and climbing everywhere like monkeys.
it's
That's the shit that happens.
a bus station collapsed. It's
That'll
fucking
happen.
insane. So it'll be fun, dude. It's gonna
Win
be a
or
fun 2
lose,
weeks.
Philly is going to be on fire.
Yes.
Yes. Hopefully good fire though, and not like bad arson. Hopefully it's good positive arson.
Yes.
Positive.
Like in trash cans.
Right, not Vancouver arson where they just burned everything to the fucking ground.
Didn't Nashville do it too when they got to the cup?
I don't know.
They may have.
I might be
My
thinking of
voice
college
reached
football.
A weird octave there. I don't know.
I know Nashville, like something happened in Nashville.
Maybe hear me out.
Keith Urban shot himself.
Maybe the Birds.
That's not true.
This is the beginning, or I guess the second step of the Birds being a dynasty.
Yeah,
and
man.
the more often that you go to the Super Bowl and win championships, then you don't have to terrorize so much. It's like, oh, we're used to winning. We're the
That is
greatest.
true.
I mean,
I mean-
you would think.
You
I
would
would
think.
hope, but there are also a lot of
Yeah.
drunks there.
I don't know, man. It's like,
Yeah, it was aggressive. I was like, it's not going to be as
Like-
crazy as last time.
I feel like
and
Philly's
then you
just
see-
like a
show me
surly-
you're not used to winning by telling me you're not used to winning.
Yeah.
What?
Right,
I feel
right.
like too, y'all are a surly lot, and I feel like that has to do with it. Like as a
Oh,
people,
yeah.
you guys are just
A lot
you're
of
just
drinking.
aggressive.
a lot. Your boy got
Aggressive
after
as
some.
fans.
I broke my White Claw cherry yesterday.
Oh.
They're pretty solid. I'm here to say. You're not in on White Claws?
Nah, it tastes like cough syrup.
What about seltzers in general? Are you in?
No, I fuck with
Anywhere?
seltzers. Yeah,
Trulies?
Trulies.
I prefer the Trulies.
Truly lemonades. I'll fuck with. Okay.
I have not had the lemonades.
Ranch water. I
He
fuck
got
with.
so drunk the other day that he did the Eagles.
Was that the video you showed us, or is that did he do it again?
Oh no, that was the video I showed you guys. Yeah, he was like, he got up and started doing it. I was like, I've never seen you like this.
I was gonna say,
Next
is that like
level.
a normal thing?
That was the
No.
most. Well, I used to do it all the time, and then it was like, I cut drinking out for a while, and it was like, you know what, we're having fun. This is cool. And
He was pressuring his mother to drink. I have
Oh.
not seen him like this.
Yeah.
It was funny as
I
shit.
like to share when
He's
when
like,
things
"Come
are going
on,
well. I
come
like
on."
to share. So I was like, come on, let's do one. Who doesn't like Jaeger bombs? Who doesn't want to
Oh.
taste? Yeah,
Not I.
No.
Mm-mm.
I love the taste of 22
I
and
was
change.
like, no, that's all you, buddy. That's all
Yeah, that's
you.
all
You
you.
get you get licorice.
Yeah, and it's weird because I fucking hate licorice, but I will destroy some Jaeger.
It's funny. I'm the opposite. I love licorice. I can't fuck with
Yeah,
Jaeger,
I'm
Ugh.
not a
dude.
fan of Jaeger. Gross. No,
Especially Jaeger bombs.
Oh,
Can't do
they're
it.
better.
can't do it.
No.
Ugh.
Better.
Ugh.
Because you get
Red
wired
Bull?
from the Red
Ugh.
Bull. Yeah. You do 4 of those and you're not sleeping for 3 days.
That's true.
Especially
Like Cat
now.
Williams says, leave it to white people to get energized when getting fucked up.
It's
Yes,
true.
yes.
That's true.
And that's how the
Tonight we're getting fucked up.
Yeah. And that's exactly why all that shit happened in the streets last night, because Jaeger bombs probably
So
were
are
had
you
in
drinking for
parking
the
lot.
Super Bowl?
Yeah, I'm gonna consume some.
Yeah.
I've got to be quasi responsible because I've got to see if I can arrange some things for the following day. But yeah,
Not going to work.
jury's still out on that. Yeah, I've got to talk to some people. So, but we'll see. Either way, I'm fucking geeked. We're back in the Super Bowl. We're averaging 1 a decade of my life now.
There you go.
Dude. This is
That's
the
a good
third time in
percentage.
my life. It's
pretty
not
good.
terrible.
That's pretty
So. It could be a lot worse. It has been a lot worse. Richie Kotite and both the Detmer brothers were the same thing.
You could be the
once,
Vikings
so.
and not have gone to the Super Bowl.
Yes, that's true. We
Mhm.
could have not gone to a Super Bowl. I think
Yeah, there you go.
1977 or 78 was the last time
It's
they
been a
went.
long time. 0-4,
Yeah.
the Minnesota Vikings in the
Yes.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And the last one was, like you said, like 78. So,
Yeah, they're like an NFC ass Buffalo.
yeah. But at least Buffalo was in the 90s.
Yeah, recently,
Comparatively.
not back when they were still
Yeah.
rocking sticking
At least-
and 2-bar face
At least
masks.
lifetime.
Uh-huh.
Right,
Lifetime.
right. A generation has seen the Bills be decent.
When I was a Vikings fan, I seen them be the best team in the league twice
Yes,
and still not go
And
to the
blow-
Super Bowl.
both of those were so fluky though. Gary
Blow it.
Anderson and then the Bounty Gate shit. They should have that.
Was Gary Anderson the kicker one?
Yeah,
Okay.
that Minnesota
didn't miss a field goal all year.
Yeah, it-
Literally.
Literally.
So it's like
Not even
Justin
an extra
Tucker
point.
missing a
42
field goal.
of
Yeah.
43 or something.
Yeah. If-
Some bullshit number.
if Minnesota went that year, that would have been one of the best Super Bowls of all time.
Yeah, Elway versus
Randall-
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, against fucking Elway, the Broncos logo.
The Broncos.
He does. He looks like the team he plays for. I hate John Elway. Get him out of here. Fucking yeah. Nobody would think that highly of him if he didn't go out with 2 rings. I'm just saying. Because before he
just be
got those
Marino.
2 rings, right, like, and Marino was a better quarterback.
Yeah.
But we remember Elway more fondly and conveniently forget the 3 or 4 Super Bowls he got shithoused in. But because he got to go out with 2 of them,
Well, I
If
think
ever-
you know.
Oh, sorry. Go
I think it has a lot to do with the way he played too. Like Marino was a pocket passer, he had the deep drives, whereas Elway was like gritty. Like the closest comparison would have been Favre, even though Favre's a piece of shit now.
Right.
Wait,
but like
so if you guys hate on, or Elway's only had 2 rings, why do y'all hate on Brady so much? Like Brady's had how many rings now?
7.
What the fuck? Why do y'all hate on him then?
Because I hate him. I don't hate on his skill or his talent. I hate on him because I hate him.
I mean, I get that he's
Get
an
out of the
asshole,
way.
but like, I mean, like, I get that, but like, why is it like?
because it was the Patriots like
yeah, 'cause-
every
yeah,
fucking
it's just
year.
you just get sick of sick of it that they're so goddamn good.
Mhm.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Like
Mhm.
that's where the hate comes from. It's like, I just hate that you're so good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was so happy the first time the Giants beat the Pats with the Tyree catch. I was like, holy shit.
Because you don't want them
Yes.
to go undefeated. Like
Yeah,
the history nerd in me was like, I would love to see an undefeated team, but I'm
Mhm,
like,
but
not
not them.
Yeah, exactly.
We were on deployment at that time, so we were all gathered in the mess decks watching that year.
Holy
That's
shit.
my story.
And he's sticking to it.
That's it.
No,
every-
I was
every-
just sitting here like, I didn't know that
Yeah.
you were in the military.
You
That's
did-
Really?
yeah.
He's a Navy man.
I was
did
more
not know
hung up
that.
on the term mess deck.
So we were all hung up on
In
different
the
facts.
we're in the lunchroom.
We were all processing your
Can I ask
information.
this?
You
though?
guys work on ships.
Well,
You
let
don't
me-
ever say mess deck?
No. Well, here's a question I have.
Okay.
Why the different lingo when you're
I didn't
fighting for our freedom?
I didn't come up with it.
No, I know.
I know, right?
you
Like, how are you
didn't-
gonna hate on him for?
Well, like, so I had a dude at Norfolk come up to me and go, "Hey, man, where's the head?" And I responded to him, "I don't know, but if you figure it out, let me know." And he was like, "No, the bathroom." And he said it very condescending, like, "You fucking peasant civilian."
Well, I mean, you do work on
And-
ships though, so like it's kind of assumed that you would know what he was talking about and not,
I did not think of
blowjobs.
that. I didn't think of a fucking facility when he said head. I was like, "Oh,
I don't know. You let me know though,
around
please. Thanks.
here."
No, that's the worst
Well-
part. Like, I've worked with Corey for like however long now. He gets so weird about military shit. Like, whenever they come in, they always expect, like, because they see us, like, any contractor, they always see, like, as lesser. And that's just not, I mean, that's just how the stigma is for the military. And anytime they come in, he's just like, they always think they're better than us.
They do that now too. It's like there's no drive times, and it's like they still drive. And the no drive times are supposed to be so people can walk and not have to worry about becoming a statistic. And it's just the people in the blue hats, which are the Navy, are just like, "Fuck you. Like, you're free because of us. We do whatever. I do what I want." And it's like, look at you guys and your fucking your 3 foot long.
You know
cocks.
what? You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? You don't have to think like that. Not everyone's like that, you know.
No, I know.
But you
I
know what is funny about that story?
What's that?
I don't know if they
The
were in
mess
the,
deck.
Okay, well, I don't know if they actually were in the military, but I'm pretty positive they were. This was a couple weeks ago. I was just driving home on Shore Drive, right?
Mhm.
Speed limit on Shore Drive is 35 mostly until you get to Wawa area, and then it's 45, right? But we were in the 35 area, which, hey, that's another conversation to have. Like, why is it only 35? But point being, like,
right.
whatever. It's a nice, chill Sunday afternoon. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we're just cruising along,
Vibing.
and you know what happens? You want to know what happens? Zoom!
Yes.
Two crotch rockets, right?
Yes.
Weaving in and out of traffic.
Naturally.
Middle, doing looping and shit like that. I was like, okay.
Lane
All right.
split.
Yeah.
And so as we're going down Shore Drive, and I'm like, oh, I hope we get a stoplight. I really want to say something. Missed one stoplight. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, oh, I hope we get another stoplight. Get a stoplight. I'm like, fuck yes. So I'm pulling on up, and there's there was one in each lane, right? And I pull up, and there's no car there. And so I rolled up my window, and I go, oh, man, you guys got to that stoplight real fast, didn't you? That was fun. Hey, you think you guys can get to the next stoplight before everybody else does, too? How fast do you think that you're going to go? You think you might top 80? Hey, where'd you get those bikes from? I wish I could be as cool as you. And, like, I just was chirping them because that's what I do, right?
Yeah, dude.
And, of course, after the fact, I thought of so many other things that I wish would have came to my
That's
mind.
the worst.
But so they didn't say anything other. They just, like, kept turning around. They're like, I'm like, yeah. So I was just, talking shit or whatever. But I really wish, what I wanted to say, it came to me after that, was like, oh, man, hey, where'd you get your entitlement from? The military, or did your parents buy it for you when you were 16?
Oh,
That was good.
God damn it. That would have been so good.
that's an elite insult.
Yeah,
That's
anyway.
so good.
But, yeah,
You're
that's...
just now he's committing to the memory
Oh.
bank. I saw it. He was doing
You can
this.
use it. Yeah, you can use it.
oh,
so
I hit
anyway.
file save as on it. Thanks for the endorsement, by the way.
Yeah. The point is, military people are pieces of shit sometimes.
Yeah, it's not all.
Yeah,
it's
no.
Not all.
It's not all of them.
It's just like
There's
the whole like,
entitlement amongst any crowd of
for sure.
people.
For sure. But definitely in military crowds.
it's unfortunate we see it here so much because there's so many bases. So it's
Yeah.
like you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a bigger
And
pool of like.
See, I can
Yeah.
say this because I'm a veteran, so I can say that. I've been around it.
I can say this to you civilians, scum.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus. Well, no, I'm not calling you a piece of shit. I'm
No, I
calling
know.
I mean, you should.
a lot
you
of
know?
a lot of the people you work with though are pieces of shit.
Yes,
So
they are.
No, I just
that.
feel like I know you more now, Joe. I didn't know that. That's why it's like.
well,
That's
I'm
what
an
I don't know about the mess hall aspect of
peeling
it. but I
back the layers, V.
I
Just
know,
peeling
right?
back the layers.
was-
We're
You're like an
gonna-
onion.
In just a couple weeks, y'all, we're going to be learning even more about each other because we
I
won't be
know.
hitting the road together,
We
Jay.
got a long drive.
Yeah.
We do.
We got to
do.
figure that out here.
We got
also.
10
Yeah.
hours. I know. We
I
got
feel
10
like-
hours in the car
I
together.
feel like when we wrap, we need to we really need to talk roadie.
Deets.
Yeah, we got to
Yeah.
figure out
At least
like,
initial deets.
yeah,
Right.
like
yeah, February.
when we're leaving and where are we staying?
Uh-huh.
Being
Yeah.
February come quick.
yeah,
Very quick.
Yeah,
real
2
quick.
days.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
And then like 2 weeks after that.
Is
So-
when we're going to Nashville.
yep,
So,
I'm glad we planned this out, guys. We've done a really good job.
yeah.
I know.
And anybody who's listening to this, and Joe, February the 3rd, this coming Friday,
Yeah.
Hampton Hammerheads are playing at the
Ooh.
Hampton Coliseum. So for some box lacrosse, anybody who wants to come out, tickets as low as $10. Look at me going into full pitch mode. Tickets as low as $10, but I think I want to go at least the $15 level. Even
Oh,
like the really close ones, I think are only like $30. So
Mhm.
like if you got $30, you can get right down on field level.
Fuck
So,
yeah. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Just
Might
saying.
get hit in the face with a lacrosse ball.
I won't be there this Friday because I get a weekend with the puppy dog, so
Aw.
I'm going to be
Aw.
hanging out with him.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe
Puppy.
asking you into a live microphone would pressure you.
No, I want to go. I do want to go, just not this weekend.
I'm just being
I got
obnoxious.
things, but I do want to go. Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
go.
I'll go.
We'll go
We'll
to the
definitely
next
Who
go.
are they playing this weekend?
the Charlotte Bootleggers.
Ooh, the
Ooh.
moonshine people.
We just beat them yesterday
Oh, nice.
Fuck yeah.
in Charlotte.
Suck it,
Nice.
Charlotte.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
I mean, I got to embrace it. We've got a team.
we got a team.
Here locally.
And that's what I keep telling people when I invite them. I'm like, look, I'm not box lacrosse guy. I've watched very little of it,
Yeah.
but we got a fucking team. And if we don't go, then we don't anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's keep them here,
Yeah, man.
maybe, huh?
So,
Yeah.
Go
Hell yeah.
support people.
Yeah, let's
feel
keep them
like-
here. You know what happened when people stopped going to the Admirals? They got sold, and now they're a shit team.
CCHL.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Right after the Calder Cup, too.
Yep.
Imagine that.
Yep.
Yep, and you can support this podcast by hitting the subscribe button. So do that on YouTube. Hit the follow button, subscribe as well on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, wherever it is that you podcast. New episodes like this each and every Monday. Head over to YouTube. The goal is a video, hopefully every day, but we tend to overpromise and underdeliver sometimes. But it's Super Bowl
You got to
week.
do the opposite.
So yeah, exactly. We're going to try and set the trend the opposite way. A lot's coming up, free agency and the draft as well. Head over to YouTube to get a bunch of Eagles content, all up in your face, much like Jalen Hurts' dick and Coach Sirianni's dick and everybody else's. Yes.
And as always, go Birds.
Boom.
Go Birds!
Yo, how'd Barkley put it? Looking like another grease pole night in Philly.
Philly.
Yeah.